if this stream is working now. Let me know if you got a notification. Sweet, that's a lot better. All right, welcome to the Season 1 CFP talk and the conference realignment that's going to get announced today. This is Coach Stolfus. Coach Jake is currently busy right now, so letting him do his thing. I have Coach Cam here with me this morning. We were working some Madden trades in our Madden League. If you haven't joined that yet, make sure to get in there and join. We have 6 spots left. We are going to be talking about the CFP, how it's been going so far, and we are also going to be talking about the upcoming conference realignment. So, I'm getting this all posted in so people can listen to the chat. I'm going to ask Coach Cam about how he's feeling about what he sees. We're going to talk about the first round just in general. Texas and Penn State. Very close game, 34-31. Game-winning field goal for Texas. Penn State kind of surprised me going into this. He upset Oregon in the Big Ten Championship. But previously in the regular season, he actually got belt to ass. So seeing Penn State flip like that, that's actually a pretty good sign. I think Penn State is a extremely good player, and he doesn't get his credit due with some of those games. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when I played him, it was like 40-19, and a lot of it was just his quarterback was making mistakes, stuff like that. So it was kind of cool to see Penn State battle back. He had to win the Big Ten chip to be even in the CFP. So to win the Big Ten chip and then lose on a game-winning field goal, as number 17, but the 12th seed in the CFP was kind of cool to see. But congrats to Texas. The Texas. Shit, I feel that with freaking Bryce Underwood, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Colorado Texas Tech, that was a good game too. I don't know how it actually finished. I kind of want to ask him, but two teams again. Colorado lost to Texas in the Big 12 in regular season, so to, get in at the 10 seeds, kind of nice to see Colorado there. Again, another user that I think doesn't get credit because he joined the middle of the season, and he did. He took Colorado 9-5 after they started something in 3, I think, and same with Texas. They started 0-4, and they're in this. They went 10 straight, so it's kind of nice to see that. So yeah, shout out to both Colorado and Penn State for competing. Being 9-5 and being the CFP means you played some tough opponents, and you deserve to be in here. So it obviously showed. Oregon had a CPU bye, so they get to have a nice little game against Ohio State, which if I believe, let me go pull this up real quick. If I remember correctly, Oregon won last time, and it wasn't like anything small. I think it was a convincing domination for Oregon. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, Oregon only won 52-45, so that was a close game. So Ohio State gets his get back, but this time he's the higher seed. So that was a good game, I feel like. So 3 versus 6. I'm gonna be honest, I had to make LSU Georgia game of the week again. I mean, it's the third time meeting, second time they couldn't play, and LSU. The score doesn't show how close that game actually was between LSU and Georgia the first time. So it's gonna be a good one to watch. Oh hell yeah, I do. Because who did Miami lose in their conference chip to Notre Dame? Is that what it was? Yeah. Yeah. So I think it is Notre Dame. which is kind of cool. So, because I had originally picked with Coach Cole that it'd be Miami, LSU in the chip. Well, Miami lost in the ACC chip. Now they're going to be meeting the semifinals. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But I'm not going to discredit Texas. I mean, I feel like Texas has played solid, and he could maybe make it to the semifinals. I think looking at this final eight, we had no upsets. I think I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go with the obvious ones first. I think I'm gonna take Notre Dame to win in the Fiesta Bowl. Like I feel like Notre Dame has been playing great. He's only had 2 slip-up games. Texas Tech, I would say he's a pretty good user. Um, but I've noticed tendencies to where like if he slips up and gets behind, he falls behind pretty bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think Notre Dame's going to take advantage of that. I think we got Notre Dame for sure semifinalist. Now the other 3 games, I think they're all going to be nail biters. I think Oregon only winning by 7, like less than 7 last time, or right at 7. I think Ohio State's definitely got a vendetta because let's be honest, we were bullying him in the chat because he was abusing that run, which I don't blame him. You got Bo Jackson. I mean, shit, you might as well. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I mean, I would like to say I'm going to pick Ohio State. I would love to say I'm going to pick Ohio State, but Oregon also has a very good defensive line. And I would argue the best defensive line in college football right now. I think it's going to come down to who can make the first mistake. But it's the Rose Bowl. And traditionally, old Pac-12, old Big Ten always came out, besides Iowa, Stanford. I think I'm going to take Ohio State to go to the semifinal and play Notre Dame. I think that's pretty. Because then you get Notre Dame, Ohio State with 2 really good run games, and then that'll just be a fucking run fest. So it'll be kind of cool to watch. LSU, Georgia. I hate to pick against Nell. I really do, because when I pick against him, he ends up taking it personal and then fucking runs with it. So I'm gonna say LSU continues their undefeated season, and they go to the semifinals to play Texas. Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%, 100%. Well, especially watching that BYU game, if LSU gets that type of game again, holy shit. That game was trying to make him lose. Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think Texas has played close games, and he's been 10-0 since. And like I said, I feel like that game's gonna be close, but I feel like whoever wins that will get LSU or Georgia, and I think LSU Georgia goes to the Natty. Whoever wins between the 1 and 8, and then we get to the bottom side. Ohio State Notre Dame. I think I'm gonna go and run with Notre Dame to go to the Natty because I feel like Notre Dame can play mistake-free football. He's already beaten an undefeated Miami. Who are his two losses to? I feel like I remember. I think he lost at Clemson. He slipped up really bad against Clemson, but Clemson's a really good user. He again another guy that joined late and decided to just go crazy, right? Notre Dame is and yeah, so he been bad too, 41-14 bad, and then comes back and beats Miami 56-36 in the conference chip. So I mean, he's on a roll. I think we're gonna get a Notre Dame. I think it's gonna be Notre Dame LSU for the Natty, but I'm just gonna look at strength of schedules and stuff because now I'm curious. So Notre Dame his opponents are 102-75. That's pretty damn good. So he's beat number 14 Ole Miss, number 6 Oregon. Had a couple forces against people. Beat Virginia Tech pretty handily. Beat. Did Florida leave? Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Florida did leave. All right. Okay, well, I got to get that fixed. I was like, wait a minute, why is Florida's name not highlighted? Okay, so I will do this. Florida already did leave. Okay, good. We need 2 teams. Mm-hmm. True. Yep. Exactly. And then if Oregon goes, I feel like that Oregon Notre Dame's going to be even way closer than Ohio State Notre Dame. So I'm just trying to figure out who's going to get sent down. Mm-hmm. Let's move Florida State here. Okay, so yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. So we'll talk that. So we'll find 2 guys. And then when we get those, who the 2 new guys are, they'll be thrown in 4 games today. 2 games. So I'm responding to Tonka. So we've come to this moment. We are going. Excuse me, I have the hiccups all of a sudden. We are going to talk conference realignment. Who's going where? So as you guys have heard the last episode, we're going to do the soccer's way of regulation of the top two get moved up to the next conference. The bottom two get moved down. If you're already in the bottom, you don't get to get out of that conference until you win that conference and get runner-up and get moved up. If you're in the top conference, if you're the bottom two, you get moved down. Kind of like that, okay? So we're going to start with the tough conference first, the SEC. In the SEC next year, we have undefeated LSU. We have Miami. We have Oregon. We have Georgia. We have Ohio State. We have Notre Dame. We have Tennessee. And we have Ole Miss as your top 8 in the SEC. Okay? We went based off of strength of schedule and records. We had some consideration of the top 2 in the Big Ten to replace Tennessee Ole Miss, but we thought we would put Tennessee Ole Miss because if you're in the SEC, you get more NIL, and we just went based on strength of schedule. So the SEC is now officially set for next year. We'll go to the lowest conference in the Big 12, and we'll go through that. Florida State is a new user, but he'll stay in the Big 12 because it just feels a little bit better to do that for him. It'll be Florida State, USC, Baylor, Kentucky, Auburn, Iowa, Virginia Tech, and what would be Nebraska is now Missouri in the Big 12. So that is the Big 12. Missouri, Virginia Tech, Iowa, Auburn, Kentucky, Baylor, USC, Florida State. All right. Why did I put Texas here? What the fuck? Okay. Now we'll go to the ACC. Okay. Right now there is only 6 users in this, and the 2 new users will join the ACC because they didn't have an opportunity to play bad, so we're just going to put them in that third conference. So in the ACC next year, for sure is Indiana, Alabama, BYU, Washington, and Oklahoma in the ACC. We need to find 2 users to fill the ACC, and that'll be whoever joins. Okay, and then finally in the Big Ten, we've got Penn State and Texas were the 2 that we thought about switching with Tennessee Ole Miss, but since they're mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and facts. Well, while I'm looking at it right now, if we are to do the 5 conferences of 6 teams, it would move Tennessee and Ole Miss to the Big Ten. It would move Michigan and Clemson to the ACC, and that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would move Bama down to the Big 12, and then that would make it 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, did I do that right? Hold up. My brain's not braining right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would actually move Michigan, Clemson, South Carolina, Texas Tech to the ACC with Washington and Indiana. And then the Big 12 would be Bama, Oklahoma, Florida State, USC, yep. And then it'd be in the what I consider the we'll make it the Pac-12 or Mountain West would be Baylor, Kentucky, Auburn, Iowa, Virginia Tech, Missouri. If we did it that way. Mm. Well, and then if we do 5 conferences, what we would do is the very bottom would get removed, and if you win your conference, you like if you're the high, if you win your conference, you get promoted. Instead of 2, it'd be you win, you get promoted. You lose, you're the very bottom, you're down. So, all right. Well, with that being said, we're going to end this episode 6, and we will see you in the off season. This has been the Coach's Corner with Coach Stolfus and Coach Cam, and have a great Friday afternoon.